It's December 25th, 2021. There's me from my younger years. Haven't really moved much out of the spot I got stuck in. Feels like a gigantic circle of nothingness. But it's that's century 19. This is century 20, where I am at the moment. It is a holiday. It's called Christmas. Merry Christmas is what they say. And so now the interesting thing is we'll go in order. Breakfast is just Linda, Lou, myself, my youngest son, and some guy from 1975, somebody else's build. Not mine. But here he is. And we're eating off of my grandmother's. This is her fine china. Her finest dinnerware. Linda serves breakfast on it. Why dinnerware for breakfast? It's what the humans have done. I don't know why. This is the pattern, as beautiful as it is. On the back of it, it says fine China and then Japan. So I say to Linda and Lou, why is the finest China from Japan? That's confusing in phonetics. If anybody from Rapoggle or World anything ever heard me speak English, God forbid, they might think I might mean something else. It's fine china dinnerware made in Japan. It's what the utility and the propaganda says. I have no idea why. So then Linda and Lou tell me that this dinnerware comes from a store that sounds like Akasha. It's a Takashi, something like that. My ADA, my Ziada, she bought them that, or she bought her mom that then my parents inherited. However the story goes, it's not essential. What is essential is the fact that the store had something to do with the Akashic record. It was named Takashi or something like that. The humans, I've heard, recognize that the Akashic record's like the universal record. Great, so that happened. So last night, my Alexander the Great and his two brothers arrived in Bayside from Oceanside to spend Christmas Eve with me and their youngest cat scratch brother. And so we opened gifts, or there was a gift exchange. They opened gifts, whatever. And at the end of the night, I looked at Benjamin, and then I went around. I went to Alex, I said the same. And then I quizzed them, Quizlet, and then I did it again, just to drive home the point. I'm like, okay, so we had this, so there was a gift exchange. Benjamin, what did Mom not get again, now for the 43rd year? What is the one Christmas gift I was most looking forward to getting or expected to get yet again? And after our Christmas exchange of gifts together, just my little dolls in my dollhouse and myself, what did Mom not get? And he says, I don't know. And I said, the only thing I've ever wanted was Eric Thomas Jefferson. Can you remember that? And he's like, why? And I was like, I didn't say you could ask me a question. Just remember it. Eric Thomas Jefferson. I'm his nickel. I'm his Nicole. Does that make sense? I said, he's the third president. He's a founding father. He's like, but he's dead. And I said, Benjamin, what did I not get for Christmas that I have expected for 43 years, and yet we've gone through gift exchange again this year, and I still haven't received? He says, Eric Thomas Jefferson. I said, great. It's the only thing you need to know. And so I left it at that. I said, then I went over to Alexander. I said, did you hear? And I walked him through it, and I made him repeat it. So I have two prepared to answer that question. So now today is Christmas Day. That was Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2021. Today's Christmas Day, December 25th, 2021. The children are not here. All four of my dolls are not in the same dollhouse exchanging gifts. Today, Santa brought Baby Cat Scratch, Henri Lossier the third, the Anthony Tiafra the third, the 2012 Mayan calendar baby. He's the only one here. So he opened his gifts. My parents opened their gifts. Tiafra, 1975, opened his gifts. And what did I receive? I didn't. The only thing I expected or wanted for Christmas, mind you, is Eric Thomas Jefferson. What did I receive instead? Oh, let's see. Someone thought it. This is how thoughtful the household has become. This has nothing to do with Linda and Lou. This has to do with the house guest. It's Hasbro and a Ouija game. Now, why? I never asked for this. I'll never play it. I won't even take the plastic off and open it up. There's no purpose in this game for me. And the word is a problem for je suis. There's no I in team, but there is in je suis. Then I get satin pajamas. There's long sleeves and shorts. First of all, they don't go together. Second of all, pajamas I wouldn't be caught dead in. I share a living space with a 9-year-old. Not appropriate. I sleep all scarf, like all up to the gills in coverall. So I'm Abby appropriate and not satin whatever. Again, more Tiafrio. This is what he thinks is appropriate. Then electronics. I will never use this. This is wasteful. I don't know why on earth. I mean, and then this is what happens. Well, let's just do the last one. Ready? Bright and merry, 4 little snowmen. Do you want to build a snowman? I get socks that I can never wear. The thickness of them alone means I can't wear shoes with them, so they're not practical. There's nothing on the bottom of them. I will slip and break my neck on the wood floor. So, and I don't wear, there's no purpose in socks of this nature. Now, I'm stuck between a world of you ungrateful, whatever. Right, got it. I'm really torn between I should be grateful and gracious to whom? To the first rapist who threw me off course, and then the second shitbag that came in and disturbed so much in my life and made it so much worse and harder for Eric Thomas Jefferson and myself. I should be grateful to him. when he purposefully thinks that this is an appropriate gift. It's sick, depending on what layer of Rasputin, raspberry, and what level of artichoke and Brussels sprouts your intelligence is working off of. It is so painful in what's appropriate and what's not. I mean, I'm on the one hand, like, if these were really thoughtful gifts, there would be some gratitude. But the fact that every single gift given is purposefully inappropriate, how do I show gratitude without disrespecting myself? Somebody gives you a gift, it is not always the appropriate gift, the appropriate time. There's no one absolute appropriate reaction based on the fact that the machine is this broken and I am this far off course. People know about it and they purposely pushed for this outcome into this direction, and now they're lying, hiding, stealing, covering up, and it's an even bigger problem, systemically. And they're throwing themselves into more danger and harmful way. I said to Lou made me watch this movie last night with Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know a lot of actors by name or face. He is one of the familial that I know only by life frame on some piped in theatrical whatever. He's most famous for, in my world, of just myself. The first time I ever really saw him and got to know his name because he was all the rage and all the hype, was Titanic. That was a gigantic love story between two, which reminds me of Eric Thomas Jefferson and myself. And then there's some parallel dimension that goes along with that story told. And it was a ship that was thought to never to be able to sink, but yet, unbeknownst to the whole cast and crew, somewhere in the dark water, there was an iceberg and it cut open the bottom of the ship like a tin can, and the whole ship went down, along with the two lovers. There is symbolism in that. However, that's not the end of the story. We are now flash forward from that iconic movie in New York, and within my life frame, being in a panic room waiting for Eric Thomas Jefferson and my Nicole Cattaruzza cast and characters to get their parallel dimension as one. However that works. And so I've got now, Don't Look Up is what Leonardo DiCaprio's year 2021 film that just came out about a meteor coming in, and he's an astrophysicist, and the state of the governance and the public population with social media and stuff being as disgustingly used as it is. And he has to warn and say, he has to warn the world about this, whatever, and things happen and unravel in a disgusting way that feels all too familial. So now, that's his most recent movie. Lou made me watch it. It was quite disturbing, but it is whatever it is. And so, it's amazing how he went from the most iconic love story to now this meteoroid. Again, it's just 2021's iceberg. It's still outside of the human realm of visual sight. It is this metaphorical, but this actual event that is happening and is catastrophic and irreversible once it gets to a certain point, coming from an outside existential place towards Earth and affecting Earthling. So this one is more pointed in that whatever, whereas Titanic was more coming from a quiet love raft and being able to move whatever on. But that is what the last movie that I actually sat and watched. And it was painful to sit there the entire time because it was like starting to lose me and zoning out. But whatever. For the most part, I sat through it all. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It is Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it is Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.